Hi, everybody. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. I'm Catharae, and normally I just lay out my tarot cards, but I'm thinking that every once in a while you might be interested in other ways of doing things. Now, of course, so far one tool that I've been using is my tarot decks, which I happen to like because for me it's like making stories out of pictures, right? Well, then there's something else that can entail you making the pictures to read, okay? Scrying is one way that many people have used for centuries, and it is about seeing what is probably not obviously there. People have done it by scrying in a bowl of water. When you were little, you probably laid on your front lawn and looked up at the sky and saw bunnies and elephants and everything in the clouds. That's scrying too, on a different level, but still scrying, all right? Crystal ball reading is scrying. So what you would do is look for images in the ball, all right? So know that that is just another facet of what we call scrying. So go ahead and look it up if you want to find out more information about it. But this is probably the poor man's way of scrying. It's a smoke billet, okay? And what you would do is take paper and a candle or an open flame, okay? Now I'm just using scrap paper. I'm going to try and use scrap paper. So let's see what happens. Okay, so it doesn't have to be anything fancy or whatever. It looks a little ragged. And quite frankly, when I look at this paper, it has little hearts in it, so there's not a mistake. What we want to do is try and create a smoke pattern on the paper based on the heat of this candle that I have. And I'm going to show it to you right here. Okay, so there's an open flame, and then just a regular piece of paper. This paper might be a little too thick, but we're going to see if we can do this, create an image without setting the paper on fire. That's the trick. All right. So what we do is we hold it, and it looks like there's going to be some images that are made, and you just go round and round or up and down or whatever it is you want to do. Okay. So let me pull it up. And we can do more than one if we want to. Now it's a little hard to see because we have nice bright light outside, but can you see all these circles that were made? Okay, these are images that you're going to allow your brain to lead you to understand. This is really interesting to me because it looks like a group of people, and it looks like we're looking down on them, and they've all joined together for a purpose. Okay, so that's one of the things that we're going to read here. It looks like there's going to be an opportunity for us to get involved in an organization or a group of people, like-minded people, that you can start working with, okay, in conjunction with. Let's see. Can you see it better if I get closer? All right. But these look like people, okay? Just looking down at their heads and their shoulders. So it's a nice group of people. Now, if we rotate it, we can even see there's another group here. And this looks to me like two people, two adult-sized people, and a child sitting down. Okay? So I would look for a new friendship coming in at the very least. Okay? So let's see. So here's the head, here's their back, here's an arm and a knee and a leg. Kind of get the idea? So the more people coming in. So we're going to have a look at more people. And this one, oh my. It looks like a female with a child. And then over here is where the male is, and he's got muscles. You see the muscles? He might be about the same height as the female, maybe just a smidge smaller. And she has a child on her back. And then it looks like there's a baby that's forming in her tummy, right? Now, oddly enough, even though it doesn't look like it, it feels to me like this is Native American. So there may be a new family that's coming in that I'm going to be doing some interacting with, or you're going to be doing the interacting with, right? So this message is specific usually for the person that made it, okay? So there's one way to scry. You can pick this up and look at it in a week and maybe you'll see something different. Or maybe you'll turn it in a different direction and you're going to see something else. And it feels very Native American to me because this looks like going to a powwow and it looks like an eagle dancer to me. Okay, so know that because here he is with his feathers and this is his legs and his feet doing all the moving. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so something's coming and it's going to be a little heads up on this. And if you want to start this kind of reading, jot down what you think you see and and all the nuances of it. Maybe it's looking at this and I'm seeing feathers on the head and I'm going to write that down because maybe I meet somebody and they make hats and they use feathers for their decorations. There's little clues in there that are going to help you understand what the message is, right? But this is something anybody can do. You don't have to have special tools. You don't have to go out and buy $35 worth of tarot cards in order to start reading. All you need is a piece of paper and a candle, right? So know that if you have any questions about this, go ahead and leave me a message down in the box below, and I'll see what I can find for you. We'll get some answers for you. Now remember, you're going to like and subscribe so that we can get a hold of you when new things happen. But this is definitely about smoke billet scrying. All right. Love it. As a matter of fact, I did a smoke billet probably about 15 years ago, and I thought I saw the image of a male, and I was describing how he looked. And it turned out within the next 2 years that I made a very good friendship with someone that I felt like past life connection with, and he looked kind of like what I described in the smoke billet. All right? Okay. Now, just so you get your little tarot fix, move this over, we're just going to run through a real quick spread for you, okay? And we're going to use our Voyager deck. So know that the more you practice different things even, the more likely your ability is going to start blooming, okay? I believe that everybody can do this, so why should I just sit here and say, no, you can't, you can. You can. You just need to start practicing. It's like any other muscle. If you want to get a flatter stomach, you have to do some exercises for that too. Okay? One more shuffle and then we'll get rolling. And I hope you're having a beautiful spring day. Everybody's getting healthier and healthier. I think that's good. Let's see what we got. All right, first card now. Two of Wands, that's exactly what we're doing right now. We're investigating. We're looking through that psychic window. We're trying to see what else is out there. We're investigating on a spiritual or perhaps religious level, but spiritual for sure. And there's a candle. Kind of looks like a piece of paper right there. So I strongly encourage those of you that are looking at this and reading with me, go ahead and start practicing. Could have some really interesting developments over the week, okay? And if you find something like that and then you find that it's coming true, let me know. Send me a little email or a little comment down below. There's also some Kundalini energy on here, so you might start stirring up some thoughts and ideas that you didn't know that you had. This card says, be specific, but also be easy on yourself because it's going to take a while to develop. You might find immediately things start coming through and you're able to read them, but it looks like it keeps getting stronger and stronger, better and better. If it takes 5 years to get to where you want, so what? It's fun in the meantime, so don't discourage yourself because it's taking more than 3 weeks. Okay, good card. Top card is Watch Your Money. That's the 5 of Worlds. So as soon as they get that boat out of the Suez Canal, we might have more things on our shelves in the grocery store. but this can mean a little shortage of things. So prepare yourself ahead of time. And I don't mean go out and buy all the toilet paper. Thank you very much. But prepare for the future. This is prepare for you and a neighbor or a friend. So if you're sharing, we do have the Empress card here, which is usually about expansion and having an abundance of things. So it's kind of like developing on a very important level. We've got a temporary financial setback, and then this card kicks in again. She's saying, I'm waiting for the opportunity to come in. It's kind of like a mom thing where you're nurturing everything, you're making things grow, and that card is in your back pocket. So when this card shows up, burn your candle, ask for something, and then wait for the goddess or Mother Mary, whoever it is that you're praying to help provide that, right? Future card, Two of Worlds, means you're going to have a choice. So it's not like this temporary setback, and then it's saying, okay, then things open up and you have opportunities again. Okay, Nine of Crystals is for you, and that means that most things will be working out nicely. Maybe, sorry about the ring, 10% is like something that you can kind of write off, but the 90% is right on, right? It also implies to me that if you're signing documents, if you have any financial papers that you're working on, what I would really encourage you to do is to read over the fine print, because this is telling me that there's one thing that you're going to say, oh, no, didn't want that part in there. So just remember it, okay? And stick to your guns, because this is telling me that's like, be really tight with that one. Yeah, it looks like somebody wants to argue with you on it, but if you stand firm, they're finding like, I want this over with. Okay, you can have it, right? Okay. Then I have the Hanged Man, which means change of perspective, and we're starting to get. Whoop, hang on, just a second. All right, cool. So it gives you a new perspective on things. And maybe even by standing up with this other person, you're like, maybe I should do that more often. Hopes and fears, the Hermit card. Listen, if you're even thinking about schooling, be serious about it, because I understand the government wants to offer some free classes at a community college level. So if you've been holding back because you're afraid, it's like, I don't know if I could swing the expenses or whatever, by all means, this is the teacher card. So that means be real serious about it and find out. See how long it's going to take. See if you can start this fall or whatever, okay? Teacher card, right? The other thing I want to tell you is if you're a Virgo at this time, you might have some downtime. This looks like just wait and change your perspective, okay? So that's for you Virgos. You play it pretty close to the vest anyway. And then things open up and people are there to hear what you're wanting to know about. Get yourself out there and ask more questions, because I really think this next year there's going to be opportunities expanding for, it doesn't matter how old you are, not just 18-year-olds. So, and this is definitely interviews, whatever. This is about having your voice heard. So that's the outcome. And Ace of Cups, which means if you love it, do it. All right. If you love them, let them know. All right. Ace of Cups. So that's all I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed the smoke billets. Let me know what you think about it and if you've tried it. Okay? Talk to you later. Love you.